Hi, my name is Susan Finazzo, and I am a childbirth educator, a doula, the founder of My Baby Lady, and I am also a baby planner. And I'd like to talk to you for a few minutes today about the perfect birth. The quest for the perfect birth might be one of the biggest myths in modern parenting. If you've ever spent time on a parenting forum or scrolling through glossy, soft-lit images on social media, you've probably seen people talking about positive births or that serene, intervention-free experience so many people think they should be aiming for. But truthfully, there is no one definition for a perfect birth, and there's nothing wrong with that. Let's talk about these expectations and why they can do more harm than good, and how you can define success on your own terms. Somewhere along the way, the idea of the perfect birth just took hold. And that meant a natural, pain-free, medication-free, candlelit water birth at home surrounded by all the people that you love. This image can be lovely, but it's far from the whole story. In reality, birth is unpredictable. Social media plays a major role in amplifying the pressure. It is not unusual to see posts from well-meaning advocates for empowered births say that often showing highly staged photos of tranquil home births and glowing, blissful parents. And now the motivation might be to encourage making informed decisions. These images rarely show what happens when things take a turn in a different direction. This can lead to disappointment and even guilt if your own experience doesn't match the curated stories online. Remind yourself, what happens in an Instagram post isn't the full reality. A lot of people approach birth feeling pretty confident. After all, we've been given birth for a millennia. Yet studies show even though 70% of expecting parents feel confident going into labor, only 55 maintain that same confidence during the actual birthing process. Why the drop? A natural vaginal birth with zero medical interventions has become the gold standard. But the truth is, birth doesn't always unfold along the carefully laid plans. Only a small percentage of babies are actually born at home, even though 1 in 5 moms express an initial interest to do so. The real world of birth is much messier, more varied, and sometimes more complicated than the idealized picture. Even the safest, best supported pregnancies can veer off script. For some, that might mean pain relief, and for others, that might mean an unplanned cesarean. What matters most is the health and well-being of both you and your baby. Much of what we believe about birth comes from the stories we tell on TV, in movies, and even among friends. Media tends to show childbirth as either a super fast, dramatic event, cue the frantic rush to the hospital, or an all-natural, peaceful scene in a turquoise-lit birthing tub. Rarely do they show the middle ground, the medical discussions, the uncertain waits, the unexpected change of plans, and yes, the messiness that's a part of a normal labor. The reality is birth can be incredible and empowering. It can also be scary and overwhelming, and even traumatic at times. If your journey looks more like a series of medical decisions than a spa commercial, you're definitely not alone. It's completely normal to feel disappointed or frustrated if your birth experience was different from what you wanted or expected. Many parents, especially those who have unexpected interventions like an emergency C-section, report that they failed. But let's be clear, they have not failed. Life is unpredictable, and birth is no different. Complications can arise that no amount of planning or positive thinking can prevent. Sometimes your body or your baby make the call that another approach, like a cesarean birth, an induction, or maybe the use of a vacuum will be safest. Feeling upset about these changes is normal and valid. At My Baby Lady, we're here to remind you that needing help doesn't mean you've done anything wrong. Your experience is still yours, and you deserve care, kindness, and support. Systemic factors can sometimes take things completely out of your hands. It is worth remembering that not all birth outcomes are about individual choices or control. Sometimes external factors can play a huge role. Systemic issues like gaps in access to health care, disparities due to racial or ethnic background, and even hospital policies can affect your birth experience. Nobody can plan their way around every outside factor, and these problems need to be addressed at a broader level and never blamed on the parent. Medical interventions are not a sign of failure. There's a persistent, and let's be honest, unhealthy and unhelpful myth that the less intervention you need to birth, the more you've achieved something fully special. In truth, there are many valid, healthy, and evidence-based reasons for choosing or needing interventions. Whether it's an epidural, labor induction, or a cesarean, interventions exist to keep both the parent and the baby safe. They're tools, not verdicts. And needing or choosing them does not take away from the experience or mean you did anything wrong. In fact, being open to the full spectrum of medical support can mean you're looking out for yourself, your baby, and your future as a family. Pain relief is a topic where parents often feel pressure to tough it out for the sake of a natural birth. If you want pain management, that's a valid choice. And if you don't, that's fine too. Both are good, healthy paths, depending on your needs and situation. Rather than chasing some one-size-fits-all perfect experience, you'll be much better served by creating an environment that feels safe, supportive, and flexible. So number one, set yourself up for comfort and safety. The best birth setting is one where you feel both safe and supported. In some cases, that might be a hospital with all the technology available. For others, it might be a birthing center or even at home with trained, certified professionals present. What truly matters is that you feel heard, you feel cared for, and that your physical and emotional needs are respected. Many hospitals and birthing centers now offer natural birth-friendly options with dim lighting, tubs, the freedom to move. Also, having access to medical care right there should you need it. This hybrid approach is designed to support a range of birthing experiences. Number two, focus on flexibility. Birth plans can help express your preferences and priorities, but no plan should be so locked in that reality feels like failure if things change. The most supportive care team encourages flexibility and the understanding that above all, the safety of you and your baby come first. Number three, choose support that strengthens you. Whether it's your partner, a trusted family member, a doula, or another support person, surround yourself with people who understand your hopes and who will support you through the unexpected. Doulas are especially trained in helping you prepare, cope with change, and process whatever your birth journey brings. If you'd like more information about building your birth support team, check out our classes and services at mybabylady.com. Number four, celebrate your unique journey. There is no gold medal for how we bring our babies into the world. Every path, expected or unexpected, intervention-free or medically managed, counts as a genuine, courageous, and valuable story. It's time to let go of the myth that perfection is the prize. Instead, focus on what really matters: safety, support, compassion, and the well-being of both you and your new baby. If you're looking for more down-to-earth, practical, and loving support on your own birth journey, My Baby Lady is here to help. Remember, there's no one right way to do this, and you never have to do it alone.